My teacher failed me on purpose to teach me a lesson, so I exposed the digital proof, and he lost his job. My name is Ethan Cole, 17, junior year at Ridgewood High in Colorado. Everyone in school knew about Mr. Dalton, our chemistry teacher. He wasn't the loud, angry type. He was the quiet, sarcastic, I ruin your day with one sentence type. He had this habit of humiliating students in front of the entire class if they asked a question he thought was basic. And for some reason, I was his favorite target. It started early in the year. I asked him why one of our lab reactions wasn't producing the expected result. He sneered and said, "Maybe because you have the brain capacity of a houseplant, Ethan." The entire class laughed. I laughed too, to hide the sting. But when it kept happening every other week, it stopped being funny. He mocked my handwriting, my lab notes, even the way I held a pipette. And what annoyed me the most, I was actually good at chemistry. I wanted to be a chemical engineer. He just hated that I didn't worship him like everyone else. One day during a group project, he made me present alone because he said he didn't trust me not to embarrass the group. After class, my friend Tyler whispered, "Dude, why do you let him walk all over you?" I didn't answer, but something inside me cracked a little. The moment everything changed was during midterms. I spent an entire month studying, practicing every reaction, memorizing every formula. When the test results came back, my paper had a giant F on it. I thought it was a joke. I double-checked every answer. They weren't wrong. There was no way. Then I overheard Mr. Dalton telling another teacher in the hallway, "Oh, Ethan, his answers were mostly right, but some kids need to learn the hard way." He laughed. She didn't. That's when it hit me. He changed my answers. He failed me on purpose. It wasn't just petty. It could kill my GPA, my college applications, everything. I went home that night with this burning, hollow feeling in my stomach. I wasn't going to let him ruin my future just because he felt like flexing his authority. So I made a plan, one that would expose him without any doubt. See, our school used an online grading system teachers accessed through a local network. Mr. Dalton kept his login credentials written on a sticky note under his desk keyboard, something I'd noticed months earlier. And during group lab days, students used his computer to submit lab results. The next day, during lab time, I asked to redo a reaction. He waved me off, distracted. Perfect. I walked to his desk, slid into the chair, lifted the keyboard, and there it was. Username, Dalton R. Password, Blue Flame. I logged in and opened the midterm results. Every student's score matched their work, except mine. He manually edited my score the day after the exam. The system logged the timestamp and the username. A perfect digital fingerprint. But I didn't stop there. I exported the audit log and emailed it from his school account to the vice principal, the department head, and myself. Subject line, urgent, academic integrity violation. Then I logged out, wiped the keyboard with my sleeve, and went back to my station like nothing happened. The next morning, school was buzzing. Teachers whispering, students confused. By third period, an announcement called Mr. Dalton to the office. He didn't return for the rest of the day. At lunch, an email went out to all students enrolled in chemistry. Mr. Dalton has been placed on administrative leave pending investigation. By the end of the week, it was official. He was fired. Not just fired, blacklisted from the district. Turns out mine wasn't the first grade he adjusted. I was just the first person with proof. The following Monday, I got a message in the grade portal. Your midterm score has been corrected. Congratulations on achieving the highest score in the class. When I walked into chemistry with the new substitute teacher, students were staring at me in shock, especially the ones who used to laugh with him. Tyler sat next to me and whispered, "Bro, you nuked him." I just shrugged. I didn't do it for glory. I did it to protect my future. Sometimes revenge isn't dramatic. Sometimes it's just telling the truth in a way they can't escape.